A lot of comedians pretend to be activists. Kunal Kamra actually is one.
Comedian Kunal Kamra has reportedly been receiving death threats from Shiv Sena workers following his controversial remarks in his last stand-up show in Mumbai.
His comedy has literally put his life in danger. He's pissed off plenty of powerful people and politicians to the point that he is under 24/7 protection to make sure he doesn't get assassinated. I wanted to talk to him about India's censorship in comedy and if Indian comedians can even function in the current country's climate. So I traveled to his compound in Pondicherry and this is what he had to say. Kunal.
Hello.
My brother. Let's stir some shit up.
Why not?
Okay, so the first time we met, you know what's funny? I didn't even know you cared about politics. We just met. You saw me yell at some women in a show, and then we hung out. I had no idea you talked about politics. Then I went to see your show, and I was like, oh shit, this guy is really political. And then I don't even know if you remember, when I came to India, we had dinner together.
Yeah.
And I probed, and I picked, and I annoyed you so much because, in my experience, most people who are like on the more liberal side in entertainment are kind of full of shit about it. And I think you were really pissed at me by the time the dinner was over. You seemed very annoyed, but I walked away really respecting you. I was like, oh, this guy is the real deal.
No, I was not annoyed. I was little.
I was being annoying.
No.
So if you were, I don't blame you.
No, you're being totally fine. Yeah, it was fun though, that dinner. I remember now. The first time we met was at a coffee shop.
Yes.
Then I came to see a show. Then you, I think, saw my show.
Yeah.
And then we met again in Bombay.
Yeah.
And after that, I'm seeing you today. But
yeah, this is the first time in like 6 years. But I've kept an eye.
Yeah.
And when this whole thing happened, because there's going to be people watching in America. And I don't know anything about. I thought Shiv Sena was a person.
Yeah.
So just walk me through like a dummies edition of
what happened.
Yeah.
Okay. So I had my news special that I was touring with for a year, and I do only small comedy clubs right now. I don't do bigger venues.
Is there a reason?
The reason is that so Indian policing works in a way that if you are supposed to perform at a venue, and if 500 people have bought tickets to come, and 50 goons threaten the venue, then the police does not give you permission to perform. Whenever you perform for people above 400 or 500, you need police permission. So when goons threaten the venue, they say that we cannot give you protection on this day because of XYZ reason.
Yeah.
So hence you cannot have the show.
Okay.
So they never summon the goons. And this is every state, whether it is the conservative BJP or slightly liberal centrist Congress. For comedy, it's the same. Because actually it is not the correct use of policing for a comedy show in a country like India.
Yeah.
So I kind of made my peace with it, and that's why I moved to doing smaller venues.
Okay.
So now I really enjoy doing stand-up. So what I do is I'll do a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'll do a 6, 8, 10, 6, 8, 10 and
great.
2, 6, 8, 10.
That's great.
So I'll do 10 shows a weekend. Finally, I'll sell 1,000 tickets.
Wow.
Okay. It's just that I have to perform the same show again and again, but I enjoy doing that.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'm marginalized in any way by not doing the bigger venues. I'm actually happier doing the smaller venues. The material gets tighter. I enjoy it more.
Clubs are very fun.
Clubs are a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So I was done with this show. Like there was nothing to add to it. I was like, all the premises are boring for me. So I'll just release it online. So I released it online as a 45-minute edited special. And there was a lot of political material there. But one particular parody song was about the chief minister of our state, who is now the deputy chief minister, how he broke away from his party and joined the other side for power. And it was like calling him a traitor, but in a transliteration way, it was like, if you see from my eyes, he is a traitor. And that really irked his supporters because he was chief minister, now he's deputy chief minister. On top of that, there is one more deputy chief minister. So he was anyway feeling like, what is going on? And this happened. So his supporters kind of gathered outside the venue.
The Habitat Comedy Club.
The Habitat Comedy Club.
Yeah.
And then they started calling me, started threatening Habitat, we will do this, we will do that. The police was also there. The police was, I think so when I released the comedy special, these guys thought that, oh, I must be there only.
Yeah.
So they went to the comedy club because thinking that I must have recorded the material on the same day and released it, but the recording was from 45 days before.
Yeah, they're idiots. They don't understand there's editing.
They don't understand editing. Clearly, they don't understand humor.
Yeah.
So then they kind of were trying to negotiate an apology, which failed.
Yeah.
And then they were like, we'll break the venue down. So there was another show going on of a guy, Rajat Sood, a comedian who does comedy and poetry. So his audience was there. He was recording his show. He's a very apolitical, nice chap.
Yeah.
So he had to take his audience out. So they had to clear
so they can destroy it.
Yeah. So they had to clear the room.
Yeah.
And the police was like clearing people, like go from here, get out of here.
Yeah.
And then the goons from this political party came in and they broke the venue down.
Yeah.
Like they were using it as a rage room, like you know.
I saw the video.
Yeah.
And that's why I flew out here, because Balraj, who owns Habitat, I'm like, I love him.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
There's so many guys in comedy who own comedy clubs, book comedy clubs, who are like scummy guys.
Yeah.
And he's like such a pure soul. So that's when I was really like, oh, I gotta go talk to these people and go see what's going on.
See, they wanted to break something.
Yeah.
I don't have anything.
Yeah.
So the only thing that was there was the comedy club.
Yeah.
So they tried to negotiate a sorry.
From you.
From me. It did not happen.
Yeah.
So they broke the comedy club and they were like trying to break plastic chairs. Like they were at it. So for me, I was just like a little surprised at what's going on.
Yeah.
But then I got a hang of it and I was like, just go do a case, file an FIR. We'll fight it in the court. Because at the end of my comedy special also, I point to the constitution saying that you can have issues with me. I can have issues with you.
Yeah.
But there has to be a framework where we talk to each other. And if that framework is you are upset, then file a case. We'll go to court. I'll get my lawyer. She'll defend my work. You put your case forward and there'll be a judgment.
Before I get to the other question I want to ask about that, I don't understand the free speech laws in India. And I'm not saying that as like in anger. I'm truly, because in America we talk about free speech and that is what it is. So here, there's not really freedom of speech, right? It's like I have freedom of speech, you have freedom to get offended, and then we have freedom to let the court decide who's right.
For me, currently, I'm not even gunning for freedom of speech, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm just gunning for Article 19, which is freedom to work. Like you've cut me down in size to doing smaller clubs.
Yeah.
Now you break that small club also. Now, I'm sure there's a comedy club who'll want to host me, but do I want to inflict that sort of violence on them?
Yeah.
Then they summoned an audience member who was on holiday. So they summoned him saying what happened at the show, you tell us, and very bizarre. So now they've like made sure that the smaller comedy clubs are also not an option. So now I have to rethink my strategy.
Yeah, but here's a question I was gonna ask. Do you feel any guilt for what happened at Habitat? Because I heard you off air, you were like destroy the comedy club. I don't care. But don't you, and I'm not, I love you, but like, don't you feel guilty for what happened to Balraj's club or what he's going through? Or
the moment it happened, I said that don't worry about it. I'll build it brick by brick. Let them use it as a rage room. They are going to break glasses. They can be made.
Yeah.
They are going to break the sound console. We can make it. They're going to break lights. We'll buy new ones. Let them rage.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
But we won't give in to this apology on a...
by gunpoint.
That's not...
What is the larger picture that you're seeing?
The larger picture that
they're not or I'm not.
No, there's no larger picture actually. The picture is basically that a comedian who performs their stand-up and is saying what they're saying with conviction, then they, in this case me, have to stand behind that with conviction even 5 years down the line. Because the case is not going to get over in the next 6 months.
Yeah.
I've got a stay from the court, like the investigation, if they have to investigate me, they have to come to the state I'm living in, which is Tamil Nadu. And they are in Maharashtra, which is a different state.
Yeah.
So, and they cannot arrest me. That protection I have from the court. So that's good enough. And the case will go on. So my thing is that if you have done stand-up, you have to stand behind it, whether they do a case, whether they inflict violence, whether they summon an audience member, whether they go and harass your family. These are all things that part of their playbook. But I have considered these. And then if a knee-jerk reaction happens where they break a comedy club, all I can say is, I'm responsible, not guilty. I am there, not sorry. And I'll make it with you.
Yeah.
What is the problem? It's just a bunch of glass and glassware and chairs and some sound consoles.
So you and Balraj are good on
Yeah,
good
yeah,
terms.
very good.
No
No issues.
No ill will. I would have some ill will toward you.
No, in the spur of the moment, I think he was upset with my stand. But I made him understand that this is not how your comedy club will this is not how comedy can sustain.
Yeah.
Any group can choose to be offended on anything and come with just the bare minimum, like sticks and stones, and just get the press coverage. And once you give in to this sort of thing, they'll be standing outside your club and just waiting to get offended.
Yeah.
So this is not sustainable.
What is, I'm asking questions as an outsider, because this is something I'm going to say probably a few times on this podcast, not just your episode, but it's funny for us, NRIs, I grew up my whole life in America. They told me I'm Indian.
Yeah.
Then I come here and you guys are like, no, you're American. So I'm here as an American asking questions. What is the thing with getting offended by jokes here? It happens in America too, but it's not real. People talk about cancel culture, but a few people get offended. You usually get more famous. Nobody cares. There's no court cases. There's no FIR. These are terms that don't even exist over there. So what the fuck is going on in India that people just feel so free to get offended by a joke and then they can destroy your comedy club or whatever, and it is what it is?
See, I think one is we are at the heights of joblessness in this country currently. So people have taken it on themselves to be employed at morality.
Okay.
So that's one thing. Second thing is the political establishment is not taking note of the ground people who work, who are supposed to do violence and who are supposed to, keep people in check, etc. So they kind of want to build their resume, right? Now they are at Microsoft. What do they go to Google with?
Okay.
What have you done? I've broken this, I've stopped that.
Yeah.
That's the sort of politics that happens in India.
So they're trying to get clout from the higher ups by destroying a comedy club.
You called my boss a traitor. You told me that we are not doing our politics right. I'll show you how to do politics.
But how do most people feel? Because in America, if you think everybody in America is so sensitive or so hardcore Trump supporters, you're right about some people. But as someone who lives there, I would say most of us have a feeling, but we're not that strong about it. I get tweets if I support you or I support Ranveer or whatever, and it makes me feel like, oh, most people are aligned with this thing, that these jokes are inappropriate and something needs to be done, and they agree with the government. Am I wrong?
There's a lot of silent support. One is that.
Are they afraid to be vocally supportive of you?
Yeah. Which is fair.
Why though? And I think I know, but I'd like for you to say.
Their families.
Like they're potentially in danger if they're.
No, but they're not in danger. But fear is just an option, right? It takes you out of the present moment and puts you in very difficult situations. Which don't seem worth it to do something right now. That's the job of fear. So they're fearful of something. And in India, there is a basic, right? You make a mistake. The system comes to you and makes you commit a crime.
Okay, explain that.
I'll explain. So if I was one of these softies who was really, oh, what has happened? This is very unfair. This should not happen.
I would be that, for the record. Just to be clear.
So then the police would summon me, get me in, and in one way or the other, get me to bribe them.
Okay.
So what have I done? I've made a mistake. Now to cover that mistake, I'm bribing the police, which is a crime.
Oh, so you pay the police off.
So when you pay the police off, you are part of the system. Now that's it. Whenever the police needs to get paid, they're going to figure out how to get it.
I love that though. I love throwing money at a problem. If I could just give you money and things go away, I'm so happy. It's my favorite thing to do.
Yeah, but it doesn't achieve anything.
No, you're right in principle, but I'm telling you, that is a very appealing route, especially if you can afford to pay it.
But sometimes money may not help. Like in the case of Ranveer Alabadia,
Yeah.
he went to Ambani school. He is very privileged person. He knew, he has met more cabinet ministers than opposition leaders. They have been on his podcast.
Yeah.
He has met more cabinet ministers and BJP MPs than people who are in RSS, who are their cadre, who organize all these events.
Okay.
So he's a very privileged person.
Yeah.
But that power, that clout in front of the morality that the people have, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
Like politicians say, if you need anything, let me know. But they don't mean it. So don't take that seriously. If you need anything, the last person you should go to is a politician.
Yeah.
Or the system.
Right.
You go to your advocate.
Okay.
And make sure you have an advocate that is reasonable.
What would an advocate be in this case?
Advocate, the lawyer, my lawyer.
Okay.
So she, by reasonable I mean she's very reasonable. She's my lawyer for over a decade now. We're very good friends. I don't spend more than $1,500 on a case that lasts for 2 years also. And so it's very economical to fight the system.
Yeah.
If you are with a lawyer who trusts you, believes in your work. I believe in her lawyering, she believes in my comedy.
Okay.
That's the only exchange we have.
Okay.
And whatever the material like printouts, traveling, filing cases, that all the basic miscellaneous expenses, which are out of pocket expenses, I only pay that. So that way I'm very blessed to have a legal team that doesn't take a lot of money. So that is very important. Like I think Ranveer Alabadia must have hired legal team that takes a lot of money. And all of this is just to make you feel safe. Oh, they won't put you in jail. We've applied for anticipatory bail. They'll take your passport away. They'll tell you when you can upload a new YouTube video.
Yeah.
So I was not interested in that sort of lawyering. They will fight the case.
And are you still uploading? You'll still put up whatever, or can they stop that?
No, if I have to start living by their guidelines, might as well join their political party.
Yeah. So you can upload whenever you want. You don't care.
Yeah, I can
Okay.
upload whenever I want.
Yeah. So I said this to you, you are a very principled person in the sense that, like, when I was poking and prodding the second time we met, I was kind of testing your principles because I typically do not like fraudulence. And in you, I remember you saying you were a communist, and I was like, who the fuck is a communist? We're literally on a commune right now.
Yeah.
Most people aren't like you. And I don't know if you understand how rare that is. I tweeted something about your apology, which I loved because it was just a non-apology. You're like, I'm not going to apologize. And then ending it with, if you cowards want to find me, I'm in Tamil Nadu. I was like, that's so fire. But I said, you can dislike him or like him, because I probably wouldn't agree with a lot of your politics.
Yeah.
But I do love that you are very real about what you say. You live what you say. And I don't know if you know how rare that is and how hard that is.
It's like Gandhi, I think, said it for the first time, but a lot of people say this. The problem with lying is that you have to remember it.
Yeah.
And the best part about truth is you don't have to. So like if you ask me what am I having right now, it's coffee, it's in front of you. But if I lie to you right now, I have to remember it for the rest of my life that I was having coffee but I told you tea.
Yeah.
So this sort of duality and being something and being something not takes a lot of effort, which I'm not willing to put on.
Were you always like this, or did this develop over time? Were your parents like this?
I think my parents are very like straight trees. Yeah, so I think it was from growing up, also a part of me was like, why lie? Why not just be? And actually I felt that living by those principles, it's far more easier.
Yeah.
Then because like I did have a job also over a decade.
Advertising. Right?
Advertising, yeah. I was in advertising production, and the thing was at some point you had to lie. But I was always like, why? Why can't we make the director and the DOP and the agency and the client understand what the actual problem is? Will that take more effort? So why not do it? So I always thought it is better to live by what you prescribe to others.
Yeah. How do you go from the height of capitalism?
Yeah.
Advertising is literally
Sure.
Selling people shit that they do not need. That is your entire job. You don't need this. I'm going to make you buy it. How do you go from that to communist comic?
No. So I was always in production. So production has nothing to do with the messaging.
Oh, you were on the filming side. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
just the filming side. I'll get the cameras going. I'll get the director happy.
You're still a part of it, though.
100%.
Yeah.
Undeniably. And I quit my job 2018 Jan. I started doing full-time comedy 2017 March. And the only reason I quit my job was because I remember I met a comic and he told me that it is, like I started doing comedy 2012. So I was doing half an hour spots. I was getting the 5,000 out of a club, you know. And then I met a comic and he was like, you make so much money in advertising. And now you come here and take the 5,000 also. Is this a fair competition? Is this fair?
To me, yeah.
Yeah, so I thought it wasn't. So I quit my job. I gave a 6-month, they
Who
gave
the
me...
fuck is this comic? You don't work. You got up every day. You went to work. This
But
guy's
he's
sitting
right.
at home and he's like, why is he getting the 5? Because you sell tickets and you get up and work. What the fuck is he doing? Or she?
He's right, because the competition is unfair. Anyone who's trying to make a living out of comedy versus you doing comedy to not make a living. I'm just happy to do the spot. Like for example, if somebody gave me a spot in Delhi, I mean, I was at the same company for 11 years. We were a 10 people office. I was doing very well. So I didn't need to ask the person, hey, what about my tickets? What about my transport? What about, I'm just like, go and...
Isn't that a position you've earned by being at the same company for 12 years?
Yeah, but then it's an unfair competition with somebody who is just trying to do this via comedy. And the scene will be taken, I mean, that time our mind was also very filled with leftist, socialist ideas.
Yeah, and this is insane to me.
Yeah, but at the time I thought it was the right thing to do. That if you are competing with comics who are going to do this full time, do this full time.
Yeah, in my mind, those comics should be funnier than you because they do it full time. And if they're not, that's their fault.
But for that also the excuse is that he always has to think about logistics. You never have to.
Yeah.
So again, even in thought-wise, it's not the same parallel to draw.
Okay, I don't want to get hung up on that thing. I think those people were losers. That's my general
By the way, it was an
philosophy.
American comic. I'll tell you who
that guy,
later.
Fucking loser. What did he do? But you go from that, now you're doing comedy full time. Is it always political?
See, I think things are... See, politics is everywhere around you.
Yeah.
There is politics. Like if we both are sitting here, if there is a professor of mine who I really respect, if he comes, I'll get up. That is also politics. So you are always surrounded by politics. Put 3 people in a place with 1 bathroom, it's politics. So I think that things are political, and especially when you have some idea and you are willing to back it with what you have learned and understood about a situation, why not try and explain it to others? Because to have this smug sort of attitude saying, you know, I mean, I know how politics works, I know how economy works, I know what is to be done. I see this example from, you know, quote Mandela and quote Martin Luther King and quote Gandhi, but again, totally disengaging with the other side who you need to talk to. So that is something I never thought was the right way ahead. So I thought everybody needs to be engaged. Like how much ever you provoke me, if I am losing my shit and saying something which I don't believe in, that's on me.
Guys, this episode is brought to you by Stake. Stake is the place to gamble if you're going to bet on anything, sports, politics, Indian comedians' lifespans. This is the place to do it. And the reason we partner with Stake, not just because it's a great platform, but also they support creators. They support free speech. You know they sponsor Flagrant, and from day one, they have known that Flagrant is going to say wild shit, and they're on board with it, and that's a very rare thing in this space. So if you want to support sponsors who allow creators to create without filters, Stake is the place to do that. And when you're going to place bets on cricket or football, not the stupid gay European one, I'm talking about English, good old-fashioned American football, FOOTBALL. Season is around the corner. That's the place to bet. Also, Stake is giving you 50-1 odds on Kunal Kamra getting assassinated. That means if you put $100 on your favorite comic getting assassinated, you could make $5,000. It would be a tragedy. It would be an absolute tragedy if anything happened to Kunal. I'm just saying something that would make you feel a little bit better about that tragedy is if you got paid out 50 to 1 odds. So sign up at Stake and use the code Akaash at checkout for exclusive bonus content. Thank you, Stake, for letting me do this. We appreciate you. We love you. Gamble responsibly, obviously. Don't bet your fucking mortgage on anything. Don't be an idiot. All right? I don't want some fucking illiterates who just got a cell phone to be like, oh my God, I bet my house on Stake because Akaash told me to. Bet responsibly. But it's fun if you do it responsibly. Real fun. And $100 on Kunal Kamra getting assassinated. Not the worst bet in the world. Thank you, Stake. Let's get back to the show. I think that's great. I think it's great to engage with the other side.
Yeah.
And I'm not picking at you. I think, again, this is a thing that you don't understand that that's rare. To me, I don't look at all of these things as political things. It might be cultural for me to stand up, and then, or it might just be human behavior. I like analyze a person a lot. So to me, everything is like human behavior. Well, not everything, but that's the thing I'm always looking at. What's this person like? What's really going on at the heart of it? You see everything as politics. So that's something since 2012 when you started comedy. You kind of always were political, or did you start off as like, what's the deal with?
No. I think there's a lot of protests that happened in 2016 where FTI, Film and Television Institute of India, there were a lot of changes in that institute. They were trying to basically take the public university space, like what is happening in America right now. Why are we funding public universities? Why are these students at the age doing 30-year-old guy doing PhD in African studies? Why is this happening? All these, like,
I agree with a lot of what they're saying.
So, all these guys were saying this, and they were attacking institutions. So they attacked FTII, then they attacked Hyderabad University, and there was a suicide of, I would call it institutional killing actually, of a Dalit student called Rohit Vemula. So that was being blasted on TV, and at that time I was like, I'm doing stand-up, I have a job. Here there is the suicide of a Dalit student who's been denied his fellowship. How are these things existing parallelly and I'm not taking a stand, I'm not talking about it? Then, maybe I don't know enough. Why do I not know enough? It's my duty to know enough now. Now that I have a mic in my hand, we must come with some responsibilities. So I think 2016 I started getting political. By 2017 I was like...
2012 to 2016, what are you talking about on stage?
Jokes, just jokes.
Like anything personal or just observational stuff?
Observational stuff. Okay. One of the first jokes I had was, most people my age carry a condom in their wallet. I carry oregano and chili flakes, because there's a better chance of me using that.
Okay.
So
that's good.
Yeah, jokes like this. It was just filled with jokes like these. And then I kept reading, understanding, okay, what is, and I was wrong. I think till 2019, I didn't have a broader understanding of politics. And after 2019, then I started engaging further. And then I think right now I have a very balanced view.
So tell me what it was in 2016, what it was in 2019, what the shift was. Can you walk me through that?
So 2016 to 2019, I was just hyper at the kind of lies and the kind of institutional, murder that they are doing of institutions. Like all universities are now gone, and I was just thinking of it as like, this is so claustrophobic and this and that. But then finally, and I started revisiting history, I understood that, listen, these guys are on a 100-year program. The RSS has started in 1922. Now, this is the time of them seeking power. So if you actually are ideologically trying to provide some narrative which is not majoritarian, you have to be patient, work hard. Be patient, work hard, engage. Engage on being more likable. So these things I started working on myself. From 16 to 19, it was just pointing out what is wrong. From 19 to 25, it's been a constant journey in kind of correcting myself and seeing how, hearing all sides, not just coming to a decision, being more evidence-based. Okay, you are saying this is happening, but how do you support it? How do I see it? How does this person see it?
That's awesome.
Yeah, that inclusion, basically, of all thoughts.
Well, these terms, they're just a little cucky for me, inclusion. But anyway, are you like a therapy guy, or how do you, because what you're basically saying to me and I'm a kid that is in therapy a lot, so I'm a little cucky as well, but you're having empathy for them, for the other side.
I want to hear them for sure.
But did you just do that on your own?
Now, empathy means, of course, you have empathy for somebody who is trying to break a plastic chair. Of course, you have empathy for them, because violence is also a form of communication. It's not. He's not finding words for what has happened.
Yeah.
He's thinking like, what do I say? What do I say? And he can't say anything, so he breaks a table.
Yeah.
Now that guy needs to be spoken to. He needs to be taken care of.
Wow.
So I feel that violence, shouting, abuses, these are all form of conversation, but they don't have words.
So how did you get to that conclusion? Do you see what I'm asking? Like, to me, it would take a lot of therapy. For you, what was it?
I think history, a lot of history, starting to read about a lot of Indian history of how did we evolve into being such a unique state so early in our journey. Like in our constitution, we had one person, one vote. Much before Europe, much before America, we had female inclusion in politics. Much before Europe, much before America, we had our first female prime minister. Much before it was a norm or even a consideration. So I was just trying to see what made us so liberal then and so majoritarian now.
Yeah.
So you just kind of read, you understand,
What do you
read, you
think
understand.
it is?
I think it is, see, earlier the political class and the people didn't have, like I think there were people in Indian politics who just kept telling the people, we know what is good for you. Being secular is good for you. Now they can be right, but they've not convinced the guy.
Yeah.
The guy doesn't have an option. Now he has an option, he's moved to a more communal politics. Where he's like, no, India should be for Hindus because Hindus don't have a country. But India is not a country of Hindus. India is a country, it's basically a union of states. Every state will have some Hindu elements, but there'll be some cultural context to it. Like we were linguistically divided. Like Karnataka, people speak Kannada. Tamil Nadu, they speak Tamil. Maharashtra, they speak Marathi. Gujarat, they speak Gujarati. Now Hindi or Hindustani at that point was a very unifying factor for these things. But post-independence, it was like we are different, we are diverse, but yeah, for Union of India, we are together. But now when you start saying this is a Hindu country, it's for Hindus first, that's not the agreement that was had.
Yeah. Okay.
So that is the difference of opinion that I have with the majoritarian politics.
Right. But then what do you just think? When you said it's a 100-year cycle, do you think this cycles back?
Yeah, now they are in power. So the RSS is an organization that backs the Bharatiya Janata Party, who is in power today.
Yeah.
So the RSS is Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh. So they are a cultural organization, that's what they say and claim. It's with Hindus. The guy at the top of it is a Brahman Hindu, which Brahmins are like the pinnacle of the caste system in India.
Right.
So that sort of, their ideas about India are they exclude a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like Muslims, Sikhs.
Percentage-wise, no, but there's a lot of groups, but to play devil's advocate, percentage-wise, this country is, I would assume, 70% Hindu, probably. I'm just throwing a number out there, a high number.
But depends on who you call a Hindu. Are Brahmins Hindus?
I mean, yeah, caste-wise.
Yeah,
most
so
Hindu.
Including all the caste, we are Hindu majority country.
Yeah.
But not everybody may subscribe to the exclusion of Muslims or Sikhs or Catholics or Buddhists.
I think there's a silent majority that might not. Maybe, I don't know, I'm guessing. But that's in America, that's how it would be. But I'm just playing devil's advocate with that point. I do understand that, statistically, it is majority Hindu. Yeah,
statistically it's majority Hindu, but that was the case all throughout. But now there is a party which is backed by a cultural Hindu-centric organization, which is majoritarian Hindu. They don't have a single Muslim MP. They don't give tickets to any Muslim to fight. All their policies exclude Muslim or try to reform some part of Islam which they don't need to. And now these guys are telling Hindus that this is the worst time for you. You are in danger. I mean, how can Modi be in power, who in 2014 ran with a poster saying, I'm a Hindu nationalist, unapologetically about it. He got 303 seats, then he got 350 seats. Now he's at 240 seats.
Right.
So, like one of my friends said, this government keeps going in the loop. Hindus are in danger, we can protect Hindus, vote for us. Now we are in danger, we can protect Hindus, vote for us. This is the same cycle it goes through.
Yeah.
And it's pretty pointless. Like if you see joblessness in India is so high right now, but to kind of distract them from their own misery, you just othering Muslims.
Is that what you think is happening with Belgaum and why you didn't talk about it?
Basically, the attack, no terrorist attack is something that has any space in even the realm of the most extreme cases. Violence is to be condoned. There's
Condemned.
Yeah, condemned. Violence is to be condemned in all ways. But the thing is, when you start using one violent attack to justify just anything you say about a community, or to kind of go full hog on saying whatever you feel like about Muslims, that's not something which will take us ahead.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't, because it didn't make its way to Western media. So the first things I got about it were Twitter notifications being like, when is this free speech advocate going to talk about Belgaum? And it's like,
But what perspective can you and me get to a terrorist attack?
I mean, it's horrible. It's fucked.
Horrible.
It's a terrible
That's
thing.
all we'll say.
Yeah. And I understand that they want to feel heard, like what you were saying.
Yeah.
But I was so annoyed, and this is petty of me, with the way they were saying it to me,
Yeah.
that I was like, well, now I'm not going to say it just because fuck you. And that was petty of me.
See,
But
but the thing is, my whole point with this thing has been that, listen, there's a terrorist attack that has happened. What perspective can we get to the table? You are shouting on top of your lungs for othering of Muslims, which I cannot support. The second part of it is, even if we say that peacefully, let's introspect, you don't want to hear these things. You're just on the rampage of something is cooking, we're going to go to Pakistan, we're going to do this, we're going to take their water away, we're going to take their resources away. And I don't want to be a part of that, violent voice. So yeah, I didn't say anything.
What do you want? I don't know about India. I do want to know what you want India to look like, but I want to start even smaller first. Like, what do you like about the BJP? What don't you like about the BJP? Again, I don't know much. I know a little bit, and I'm scared of them, which you're telling me I have no reason to be.
No,
but
I should not
I
be.
am. But I'll ask you, what do you like about them? What do you dislike about them?
See, liking about them, there's nothing I like about them, to be honest.
It does seem to me, again, maybe I'm playing devil's advocate, but it does seem to me like infrastructure has gotten much better in the past 10 years relative to the 10 before that or whatever.
Infrastructure means just roads.
Yeah, that's big. For an American at least, I used to come and be like, what the fuck is going on? And I remember we went to good now granted it was Ahmedabad, it was Gujarat, but for the World Cup final, and we were driving on the highway, and I was like, this looks like a completely different place than the first time I visited 20 years ago.
Yeah, but that's not infrastructure for development. That's just road making. That happens in
internet too, though, on phones, everybody, and that's part of, I think, why there's so much hate out there, because maybe they don't have education yet, but they got the internet, they got the phone, they got whatever. Like, these are things that you have to give credit for, I think.
50% of the country does not have internet. 34% of the country has internet, and 16% has shared. So the woman and the man in most cases have the same phone. In some cases, they have one phone for the entire house. So internet is not as it's not as spread as it should be.
Hey, I don't know.
There's no netocracy.
You just put me in my place, yeah.
No, I'm just saying.
No, but that's I need that again.
So it's 50% shared penetration the internet has. And when I say shared penetration, some people just use the internet for really
shared
basic
penetration for porn?
No, really basic stuff. Shared penetration for porn.
That was good.
But great. So some people have it for very like banking and some sort of KYC or some very very base use of mobile networks.
Okay.
So it's not as that's the internet. Second, the highways. And one is the toll is it's a bummer. For any Indian, you ask them the toll they are creating on highways. Most of the highways, two-wheelers are not allowed. We have 30 crore two-wheelers in India and counting. So you're not building the highway for them. The private cars, 10-12% of India has private cars, I guess.
Okay.
They are there. For the trade, trucks and all of that transport trade is there. But what are you taking away? The land acquisition bill is so bad that they will take away 300 acres of a farmer just so that they can save 10 kilometers from every transporter, and they'll compensate the farmer very badly. So the means of how they are acquiring land and building this whole narrative of infrastructure, and we have roads, we have connectivity, but that's not going to take India ahead. That's some part of India is going to flourish in that. But like what happened in America in 1970s, I think, when you all started building huge highways and everybody protested it to begin with, but now everything is toll free and people can travel left to right. But that's a capitalist free country growing. We are a developing nation where it's very high. Like I think 90% of India is making less than $2,200 a year. So now in that, what is the need? Internet or highway, or is it like education, health, job, security? So that is the difference of opinion.
I think, again, I'm an outsider, but to me, it seems like people don't even have access to the basic infrastructure to get an education, in the sense that, like, it's a village, they don't have water, they don't have like a road to even get to the school. It seems like that infrastructure would fix and roads would fix, and that would all be good. And again, to play devil's advocate, the Congress Party, from what I understand, didn't do much before. My wife is sick. 1984, that happened under Congress.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm not saying the BJP, again, I don't know. I'm not saying they're awesome, but what would the alternative be to you? Is there a party that you think is great, or?
See, alternative are the people. So when the people democratically elect their MP or representative, so we have a very different political system. Here we don't have, we have first past the poll. So there are 3 member of parliaments who are contesting from this area. There'll be actually 30. But let's say if there are 3. Now the person who gets, now these 2 together, they got 60% of vote. This one person got 40% of vote. So this one person goes to parliament. So 60% of the vote was against this one person, but their representation is not there. So that's what happens. So democracy is beautiful because sometimes it's democratic for all. So when there are state parties who have the states sort of, like how you have states in America, you have the state. I'm an American from Texas, so I'm going to here talk about Texas and the industries that belong in Texas. Now, what has happened in India is that the state parties are losing their relevance because of BJP is, like, they don't want to lose even the last councillor seat. So that's the thing. There is no alternative. They are making it a bipartisan sort of system, which we are not. Every state has their own representation, their own parties. The left is in power in Kerala. The TMC, which broke away from the Congress, is in power in Kolkata, in Bengal. So we are very different demographic, which is very diverse. Now what these guys are doing is like one shoe fits all. One nation, one language, one nation, one political party, one nation, one agenda.
Could that be good for India as a superpower?
What superpower?
Not that it is one now, but if you want to become one, you have the population to do it. 1.4 billion is not a number that's like...
Yeah, but as I said, the population of China versus the population of India, maybe China is lesser, but China, 70% of the people are consuming. In India, only 10% of the people are consuming. The height of our consumption is quick commerce. Like you will get your food in 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Which is awesome,
people
by the way.
Yeah, but they are making... basically all these people who are kind of delivering your order, they are gig workers, they are not employees. So they get paid in gigs, like how comedians get or artists get. But they are just unemployed people with zero upward mobility. They don't know much. They just come, they pick an order from here, they deliver it here. There's no upward mobility. The guy who's delivering this order for Uber Eats or whatever will never be a guy who'll enter Uber Eats office in a suit doing a job. These are people who see their lives as dead ends, have finally managed to get a two-wheeler and are just delivering orders, food orders or quick commerce, like whatever this thing is, under 10-minute kind of system. So America doesn't have it because an American cannot afford it to get their food every time wherever they are in 5 minutes.
I mean, having like no code is like a thing that in America you got to be so rich to do that.
So this sort of thing where you can get whatever you want from a razor blade to food in 5-10 minutes, it's very bad for the country.
Okay.
Because only 10% of the people are ordering and getting it. 90% is serving them. So in that sense, I feel it's not good.
So what does your ideal India look like in 5 years, 15 years, 50 years, whatever?
China, but more democratic, I feel.
Okay.
China has left some good blueprints.
In what sense?
Manufacturing. The Indian company is not competing with the Chinese company. It's competing with the Chinese Communist Party. China is very clear in supporting their manufacturing and also consumption.
So the dependency that America has on Chinese manufacturing, we talk about this, not just me, in America, people will talk about this. We could just move it all to India. Is it because the Indian government isn't setting up the, I guess, infrastructure to do that, or what?
One is the infrastructure, second is the expertise, the skilling.
Yeah.
It's not, China was not built overnight. It was built by authoritarian rule from 1978, I think was when they liberalized, till today. So they are in no ways a democracy. And hence, in India, a businessman can have a wedding where they are like showcasing a zoo to showcasing every sort of money they have and all. China, it's not acceptable to do that. If any Chinese businessman tried to do it, the Communist Party would really not let it happen. So again, when I say China has interesting things happening, like the kind of skilling that there is there, the kind of machine work that they are doing, kind of how Taiwan, most of the Taiwanese startups are directed at doing manufacturing or scaling up in China. So that sort of a model is needed, where you give your manufacturing the kind of backing, where you make sure that they are able to kind of get the correct sort of exemptions, the correct sort of tools, the correct sort of people to, kind of do it.
So you do have like, because sometimes, and there's nothing wrong with this, but sometimes people are like, I don't know what I want it to look like. I just don't know. I just know I don't like what it is now. But you have like a fairly solid idea of what you want it to look like.
See, I think if 90% of the people are being able to purchase the same things, we are in a great country.
Yeah.
It's equal.
Yeah.
You don't need 10 guards outside. It's fine. If me and you can buy the same shoe and the same shirt, it's not like I'm buying the shoe and shirt because it's my wedding and you are buying the shoe and shirt just like that. So that sort of the consumption that you're saying.
You want the poverty gap or the wealth gap to decrease.
Yeah. You buy a Rolex, but everybody should be able to buy a Titan, an Indian manufactured watch for $1,000 or $1,200.
Yeah.
So you have your Chanel, but I should have a deodorant at least, right?
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. Get 90% of the people should get their food in 5 minutes. Then let's see where you are.
That's a growing problem in America too. The wealth gap is just getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, but America, the base structures kind of, at least, see, you don't have problems like in India, 1 of 3 kids is malnutrition, stunted growth, malnutrition, not getting the kind of nutrition they need. Those sort of things are very less in America. Like malnutrition, I'm not.
Is there a political party that you think would address this?
No, see, people have to choose to address. If the people are just going to be like, how do we other Muslims, how do we consolidate our society positions, then you're going to get nowhere. The people have to have a will and say that, we want a political party that will get our kids the education, the language, the opportunity to compete with anyone on this world.
Is that something that's like your mission to do as a stand-up comedian?
No. See, that is where the stand-up comedians kind of lose the direction.
Yeah.
I think my first mission is to be funny and be honest.
Yeah.
And rest, whatever I feel, I see, I understand, I'll communicate.
Right.
But there is no mission. I think if India is consuming 90% of India is out of poverty and at a good, healthy, middle class sort of income group, I may see something wrong with that also.
So when you write a joke, or when you write an hour, let's say, not a joke. When you write an hour, what are you thinking? Because your first mission is to be funny. Or are you just writing about things that you want to talk about and it happens to be politics, or what?
No. So basically in the last hour, I talk about a lot of Indian businesses not innovating. And talking like they have innovated everything from the light bulb till now.
Okay.
So I talk about Indian businesses not innovating. I talk about Indian people and their problems. Not always political, but there's some sort of politics that is there.
Yeah. Okay.
So in this new economy market where this gig work and delivery has become the thing, I kind of point to the downside of it.
Mm-hmm. So do you have any thought of like what you don't have to. I actually would love if you didn't. Any thought on like what your legacy would be, what you want it to be? Do you care about that at all? No. Legacy means like.
How do you want
to be remembered? What do you want your impact to be, I guess? Do you think about any of that?
No, actually, it's a trap, I feel.
Yeah.
Just like fear and just like...
it's vanity. I think about it all the time, and I'm vain in that sense. Not vain in how I look. I don't work out a ton, obviously, but like, I'm vain in what I want people to remember about me.
But who are these people?
It's an insecure thing. Who are these people? I don't know. People that I don't even know who they exist. It's how I hope I'm talked about when it's all said and done.
Actually, I think it really helped me to follow this spiritual guide and a Zen master. He fucked up America for a few years, Osho.
This guy, I can't believe, this guy seems like a fucking nutcase from that documentary. He seems like a big phony. This is the most I've not trusted you in this entire interview.
No, that's okay.
Tell me why you like this guy, because he seems nuts. And what was that bitch's name, Sheila?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, he just seems like he's starting a sex cult with a bunch of hipsters in Portland.
Yeah.
Tell me why you like the guy. Because I don't see it.
Yeah.
You ended your special with an Osho quote. Aman was telling me this, which is a great quote. If you want to say it, it's a beautiful quote.
Life begins where fear ends.
That's a beautiful quote. I don't think he made it up.
Yeah. No, I think he's good.
He couldn't have.
So basically when you see Wild Wild Country, so that's a documentary series which is basically about the rednecks and Sheila. Yeah, and Osho is just the medium to...
She was the perfect bitch. That was Osho.
Yeah. All
Sheila
of that
was
also.
the perfect bitch.
No, he didn't say that actually. I think she said... she's on drugs. She's on hard drugs.
Oh, I think he said perfect bitch too.
Maybe,
we can look into
that.
But I mean, I love guys who talk like that. That's how I talk. But
so Osho basically tells you that whenever you start thinking about anything that takes you out of the present moment, it's a trap. Legacy, fear, tomorrow, yesterday, all of that is a fact. He's big on laughing. He said this one thing about laughing is whenever you're laughing, you cannot be in the past, you cannot be in the future, you are present.
That's beautiful actually.
So he kind of tells you every time to be present. When did you start? I think about first book of his was this only, which you say, Sex Cult. His first book was from Sambhog Se Samadhi, so from sex to enlightenment.
Okay.
So so basically people know him as the sex guru is because his identity became that because people were interested in that. Then they know about the Rolls Royce because people are interested in that.
Yeah.
Osho was pretty clear that I'm going to put up a circus. Yeah. Come see it, don't see it. So somebody asked him, do you need a Rolls Royce? He said, no. How many do you have? He said, 93. But I don't need even one of them.
But you have 93. See, I'm out on this guy as soon as, I remember I read a book, I don't even want to say which book it was one of these, whatever that my fufa gave me. And he said, the guy, somebody's interviewing him and he said, you tell people not to be materialistic, but you accept all these gold gifts and everything, these lavish gifts from people. Explain that. And he goes, well, giving a gift to me is like giving it to God, so it's okay if I have it. And I said, well, fuck that guy. I'm not going to, that was the third page of the book, I didn't read the rest of it. That kind of thing, I'm done. But you are very grounded. I've said this to you before we started. Like you're like almost you're very close. You're much closer to enlightenment than a lot of us.
No, I mean, I understand Osho very well.
Yeah.
I know the purpose of, I mean,
Fucking crazy quote. It's insane, right?
yeah.
Nobody thinks this is nuts off camera. We're not. That's not fucking insane.
I understand him.
But how? What do you understand about that?
See, the thing is that you will focus, attention and energy, right? Like, where will you focus? Like, if a person is coming in, one dhoti and one, sort of shirt and kind of telling you they know everything about life, how much do you want to listen to them? Versus a person who comes with 93 Rolls Royces, 4 private jets.
I listen to the dhoti. I look at that guy like, no, we're not talking about spirit. That's a very different.
Yeah.
If we're talking about spirituality, I'm going to listen to you more than I'm going to listen to.
Correct.
You know
his idea of spirituality was the West and the East needs to meet. So his idea was that the East is for minimalism and lack of material needs, and the West is only about material needs.
Mm-hmm.
Nor is the answer in materialism, nor is the answer in rejecting materialism.
Okay, no, that's
it's
fair.
about rejecting the idea of possessiveness. That doesn't define me. The 365 Rolex I wear, on each day I wear a new Rolex, that doesn't define me. I go by jet, that doesn't define me. I go by Rolls Royce, that doesn't define me. My teachings define me. Talk about my teachings. And the only way he could get attention was sex, calling marriage. He had a good quote on marriage. Marriage is an institution and only mental people stay in institutions. So that way, he was pretty much head on with taking these things, while at the same time telling you that materialism or non-materialism is not answering your questions.
Yeah, see, this all seems too out there for me.
Yeah.
But I was curious about, I remember talking to Aman on the way over here, because I was like, I want to know his views on spirituality.
Yeah.
Is this like, I don't want to say your guru, but for lack of a better word.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very inspired by him. He has helped me be in the moment far more than anything else. Any therapist, any drug, any medicine.
I mean, yeah, whatever helps. Honestly, as much as I laugh, whatever helps. But
Yeah, for sure. You should laugh also.
Yeah.
I mean, if I start getting offended and someone laughing,
yeah,
that's the end of my career.
Very true. Guys, we need to have another ad break because I have been told something off camera by my cameraman, Ardalan, that this is very disconcerting. This is why we need a VPN, and this is why Surfshark is the VPN for you. Guys, did you know that if you log into public Wi-Fi, let's say you're getting coffee at your local Starbucks place. Miles, the producer, told me I shouldn't say Starbucks, but I'm going to say Starbucks. Let's say you're at Starbucks and you log onto their Wi-Fi. They could theoretically take all your data, know what porn you're looking at. You don't want Starbucks to know you're looking at God knows what. You know what I mean? Step, whatever, barely legal, whatever freaky thing you're into, feet over here. You don't want Starbucks to know that. I'm comfortable with you knowing I love feet. You're probably not comfortable with Starbucks knowing that. That's why you need a VPN. It protects your privacy. I've been using it this whole time because I want to watch Netflix in other countries where they have way more shows. I don't know if you guys know this, but in America, Netflix kind of sucks. But if you go to England, if you ever travel there, they got Friends, they got Fresh Prince, they got Modern Family, they got all kinds of movies you never even thought would be on one platform. You could use a VPN for that. So you go to surfshark.com/Akaash and you use the code Akaash. You get Surfshark VPN. It's the best VPN, and they will give you 4 additional months for free. Guys, one login you can use on an unlimited number of devices. It also works on Google Chrome and Internet Explorer and Android and PC and Mac and all platforms. One login, unlimited devices, works on all platforms. And here's my favorite thing, guys. They have 24/7 live customer service. You don't have to talk to a robot and it pretends it understands you, but it really doesn't. And then you're screaming into the phone, representative. They just give you the representative. Okay. So surfshark.com/Akaash, use the code Akaash, get 4 extra months for free. This is a no-brainer. Thank you, Surfshark, for sponsoring this podcast. Let's get back to the show. But but I guess to me, I remember I did a little research. You said maybe kind of agnostic.
Yeah. Agnostic, yeah, for sure.
So you're not sure about the existence of God, but you do seem.
I'm sure.
Oh, you're sure.
But I'll keep it to myself.
Okay, yeah. You're agnostic on whether or not you want to say out loud.
Yeah.
Okay, but then you do have this. Maybe that's what allows you to have this spiritual leader who, to me, would seem ungodly.
Yeah.
And it would seem a little manipulative, and I would look at that person and dismiss them. But it helped you, so that's great. Because I do think, and I've probably said it twice now, but there's a way you let things roll off your shoulders that many people would not. You don't take yourself seriously, even though you are a serious person. I guess that's the beauty of being a stand-up, but like a lot of us are sensitive, man. I have really had to work on being able to laugh at myself. A lot of us develop humor because we get teased or whatever, so that's my defense mechanism. So I've had to really work on taking it in and understanding and looking at it from the other person's point of view and laughing at myself. You just seem to, who cares?
Yeah, basically you just, someone says something to you, you're like, oh, what's his intention?
Yeah.
And I'm like, whatever is his intention, what can you do with it? Whatever your intention could be, what can you do to my life?
Yeah, again, that's very elevated.
So I just feel like, yeah, fine, man, have your fun. All the people who troll me, or even go one step ahead saying that I should be dead or something really bad should happen to my family and all of that, I just feel they are struggling to communicate their point.
Yeah, but some of them are mentally ill. Do you ever think they might do something?
That's true. No, I don't. I mean...
So we're talking about eating after this podcast, and you were saying we're going to go eat out, and I'm excited to go with you. But part of me is like, are you never scared to go eat, go be out there? I mean, I thought maybe part of the reason you're in this farm in the middle of fucking nowhere is to be safe.
No. It's to be experiencing a life that I've not had the opportunity to experience. I was born and brought up in Mumbai.
Yeah.
It's a very crowded place.
Yeah.
So, and now I know I have a lot of time to do stand-up. And most of the comics I like, who I love, they're in their 40s. So I just feel I'm 37. I have enough time. I don't have to be in a city. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here.
So this is temporary. You want to go back in your 40s to a big city or no?
The more I be here, the more I feel like...
Yeah, you love it?
I love it more and more.
It does seem very peaceful.
It is. And that's what I love about it. It's quite a... And Doug Stanhope stays in Bisbee, Arizona, and I've had the fortune of talking to him once, and he said this one thing which stayed with me, and I think he won't even remember it because he was so drunk. But yeah, he said this one thing, the life you lead leads to the art you create. The art you create doesn't lead to the life you live. So if you create art to live a certain life,
yeah, I very much agree with that.
But if you live a certain life, the art will reflect it.
I love that.
Yeah, so awesome. He's pretty much one of the guys in the Western sphere, I feel, he has most of my respect for the life he leads and the work he does.
Yeah.
One of his specials, I think before I turn the gun on myself, the last bit he does, which is the closing act. Oh, you should see it. I mean, that's like one of my favorite Doug Stanhope bits.
Yeah, I mean, he's a legend. Every comic respects Doug Stanhope.
I really like him.
So you're here on a farm. It's beautiful. We'll probably film after, but like you showed me, you got a gym for like kids in schools to come work out, boxing ring so they can pass time. Is that what you see as this phase of your life, along with stand-up, is like really helping out the community, building up infrastructure?
Yeah, I think that. So basically, we are trying to get a boxing gym going because it's the sport which needs the least amount of money compared to other sports like tennis, badminton.
Yeah.
It's not that resource intensive.
Yeah.
But boxing, South India has a boxing culture, and we really think that if we run a boxing club with no problem with sports in India is there's a lot of politics.
Yeah.
So if you get the politics out and you focus on the sport, maybe we'll be able to do something.
I saw a documentary about some 5-year-old who was like an ultra marathoner, and they just ruined this kid's life.
Yeah.
I mean, at least what the documentary made it seem like, because of politics and it's like.
So there is a lot of politics, but boxing again has the scope to cut through that because it's finally a show sport. So you find the perfect mind, the perfect executing boxing techniques. This person will cut through the politics.
Yeah, but protect their head, for God's sakes.
For sure.
I mean, yeah.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
But again, that's what interested me in boxing, and I feel that there's no Olympic size approved boxing ring in this area, and even a 20 kilometer, 30 kilometer radius. So we'll be able to attract younger people.
Okay. So is that how you're feeling? Because one of the questions on the way over here, I was like, how is this guy filling his time? You're not. Are you allowed to tour?
Now for some time I have to sit out.
Yeah, so you can't tour. You can only write so much. In a city, you can distract yourself. You're in the middle of fucking nowhere, 3 hours from an airport, 4 or 5 hours, however long it took to get out of here. What do you do with your time?
So I have a podcast I shoot.
Yeah.
It's called Nope, Not Your Ordinary Podcast for Education or Entertainment. It is just basically I get professors from all sides and they just talk about what their PhD was on
that's awesome.
and what is the kind of studies that they have done.
Do you do that for other people or for yourself?
I mean, I always want to meet them, so it's more for myself. But now that I've met them, they've come all the way. We'll record a podcast.
Yeah.
So it's good that way.
Yeah.
So the podcast is going. I'll do something else on YouTube. I'll keep that going. Touring, I don't think I'll be able to do till I'm cleared of these cases, which may take till October. Like I've got protection from arrest and I've got protection from investigation, but I don't have protection to go and perform. So once these FIRs are squashed, then I can go and perform. So that'll take time till October.
So you're very confident that you're going to win these cases? And
Yeah, I mean, if the constitution is to be followed, yes. Without a doubt.
in America, it seems like the Supreme Court leans conservative.
No.
And they can kind of twist the Constitution, seems like, to retrofit it for what they want. Can that happen in India? It seems like...
Yeah, it can happen in India. But again, we are very diverse. So there will be some judgment from a Madras High Court, a Bombay High Court, or one of these high courts which will challenge illegal mining, which will challenge electoral bonds, which is illegal political funding. So that way you'll still have 15 or 20% of the machinery working like they should.
So, okay, if the Supreme Court says, or whoever, the courts say, you can't perform, you're saying there's states that will allow you to perform still because they'll say it's not constitutional?
So the Supreme Court cannot say you cannot perform.
Okay.
They can say that in this case what you have performed is defamatory, or in this case what you have performed is 295A, which is hurting religious sentiments. So in this case you will be implicated. But after you come back or after you squash the case or win the case, you can perform.
Yeah. Okay.
So
you're going to get to... You're not thinking about leaving. Because my advice to a lot of comedians is like, I don't know... I'm not here to tell Indians how to live their lives, but I'll tell a comedian how to live his life. I don't know if this is the place for you.
leaving for where?
Anywhere. The UAE is giving out golden visas. You could probably get one of those.
And move from India to UAE for freedom of speech.
Believe it or not, I think don't make fun of Allah and you're fine. It's like one rule they have. So what I was told, because I'm doing Dubai in October, and somebody had been telling me for years, he and I became friendly, and he said, you can make fun of Muslims, don't make fun of God. Don't make fun of Islam. That's it. And India seems like it's beyond just that.
It's a democracy. That's why.
Yeah, you have a very funny view of democracy. Explain how that's a thing, because my brain goes, that's not.
See,
that's not.
India has the
enough.
same there's blasphemy in state of Punjab. I think blasphemies laws are applicable. There is national integration, there is sedition, there is a lot of laws that don't allow you to say a lot of things. But there's one law which says if you say this, you're done. So that's monarchy. Don't talk about Islam, don't talk about our religion, talk about anything else. I mean, how? Why? What is this law? How does it make sense?
To me, it just seems like that's easier to, I cannot joke about one thing as opposed to not knowing. Actually, another comedian, I don't know if I'll say his name because I don't want to get him in any trouble, but he said, the thing about India is you can get canceled by the right and the left. And that makes it very tricky to navigate.
One guy said this about me. He said, you are cancel proof because so much has happened. So I think this cancelling thing is also it's again taking you out of what is happening, then putting you into a fear of future. Or there's nothing called cancel. There is, you did this, it's maybe a crime, we filed a case, are you a criminal or are you free? For me, this is what matters. Cancelling, not allowing shows to happen, that's been going on since 2017.
Okay. You can't go to jail though. There's no...
I can.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
I mean, I can if the state wants, then why not?
Are you guys concerned for him? Yeah, right? As a friend, you're concerned for this guy. He's not even showing his face on camera because you might get arrested for knowing you.
No, but what is the point of... See, I'm saying go by the Constitution. So if the Constitution has a law which I have violated, and if the judge says imprisonment for 6 months, I'll challenge it in another court, but I cannot say I won't go to jail, I'm just a comedian. That's not going to get me
So you
anywhere.
have so much faith in the Constitution that you're willing to potentially
And my
go to
lawyer.
jail. Oh, and your lawyer. Okay, that you're willing to potentially go to jail for this.
I mean, you can potentially
You could go to America. We still have freedom of speech there for now.
Yeah, but I'll have to understand all the cultural context. Like first time I met you in America, I was asking you the states, where to go, how far is this place from that place.
It's pretty easy to learn, man. I could teach you all of that in 30 minutes.
Cultural context.
30 days. I could help.
I'll be able to sail through in America.
You can do enough shows for NRIs, you're gonna be fine. And then as you learn America, maybe, honestly, you could probably just keep doing stuff for NRIs because you'll be experiencing different things. I'm experiencing America. I'm not telling you what to do, but
but I'm understanding. I'm open to the idea.
Kind of telling you what to do, yeah.
Maybe in my 40s.
Maybe in your 40s,
yeah,
okay.
Maybe
After you serve a 5-year prison sentence, then come.
Yeah. Who would have that experience in America?
We'll start a GoFundMe so you can get a golden visa in America.
Yeah.
I'll probably be in the UAE with my golden visa over there, not talking about Islam.
Well, why are you fearing America?
I don't fear. You know what is? This is where I'm not as patriotic as I should be. I think America's time as number one is over.
For sure.
And to me, I don't feel that thing that like if America is going down, I have to stay with it. So I would come here if stand-up laws were friendlier. I would move here in a second. But if I could be in UAE and just go to America and dip in and out, and then go to India and hang out here. It's also being 4 hours from India is like it was a 23-hour trip for me to get here, which is so exhausting. And I try to come once a year. I told you that, but 4 hours I could come 2, 3, 4 times a year. It'd be no problem just to touch the soil.
But America is going down from number 1 to maybe number 2.
Yeah.
It's not going down from number 1 to number 90.
Yeah.
So why fear it? Going down to number 2?
I don't think I live in fear until I talk to you.
Yeah.
And then I realize I'm a fucking coward. Like it's really crazy how you live. And because most people look at me like, oh, this guy's nuts. But I do have certain fatalistic thoughts about the future of, I think America might go down below number 2. It might go 5, 6, 7, 8.
But what changes?
Everything, right?
Like how?
Everything around you
I'm
changes.
telling you, I'm at a country which is 150th on most rankings.
But it's going up.
It's going up.
Yeah,
That's
you know what I
true.
mean? So you're thinking, hey, this is going to get better. I'm thinking things are going to get worse, which is the fear of having and losing that's not fun. The excitement of not having and having is very fun.
Yeah, I agree. We are on an upward trajectory.
Yeah.
In most cases.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
I mean, this is an option too. Again, if I felt I could practice stand-up freely, I think my family, I think I'm going to raise kids quite possibly in India.
No, yeah. You can negotiate with the systems and practice stand-up.
To me, I'm not a purist about many things. Stand-up, I am, I guess not a complete purist because I said I wouldn't make jokes about a religion if you didn't want me to.
But that I wouldn't do just by my own will.
Yeah, that's kind of
also.
how I feel. I wouldn't make fun of Jesus or,
Same here, because even if it is truth,
I wouldn't
choose non-violence before truth.
Yeah, I wouldn't make fun of Shankar. I wouldn't make fun of some Hindu doing something. I'd make fun of some Muslim doing something. But that's kind of how I feel. So that's fine for me. That's a rule that's very easy for me to live by. But here it just seems like, I don't know, the Ranveer thing, to me still, I can't even understand how this is obscene. I can't even fathom it. It's so innocent to me.
Yeah.
Like what an innocent joke, and the fact that somebody lost his show because of that, it's like a crazy thing.
But they were all, I don't mean this in any disrespect, but they were all doing things as per their own accord. Nobody asked somebody to take the show down. Nobody asked Ranveer to...
Oh, my understanding is he was asked to take it down. Maybe I'm wrong.
Under what IPC? Under what law?
I mean, threats are pretty scary, right? Even if there's just...
I know, but there has to be something. If you are asking me to do something as some authority or FIR or charge sheet or a case registered,
Yeah.
you have to tell me as per IPC 195 you do this. Now under no law or framework of law, he has to delete all episodes of Latent.
Yeah.
He has to not do the show ever again because of one 20-second thing that somebody else said on the show.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking. So if he did it on his own accord, then again I understand the fear.
It's
taking over, but-
precautionary.
Yeah.
And he's
that.
trying to tell them that, okay, I'm here to accommodate.
Yeah.
But there are better ways of communicating that.
Like what? What would you have done?
I would have not invited Ranveer to be.
I love Ranveer. That's family, dude.
But I don't mind him.
Why would you not have invited him? He's such a sweet guy, dude.
That's why. This is a show where we're not sweet.
Yeah, no, not sweet. Well, I don't know. Nothing about him makes me feel like, oh, I should sit with him for a couple of hours and know what he thinks. So he's a sweet guy.
He's
yeah.
a very sweet guy.
Yeah.
I
would recommend him for one of my relatives to get married to him or something.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't hang out with him.
I have a cousin actually. Now that you mention it.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
He's down on the market also. So. He's not looking for any PhDs, clearly.
She's rich, dude. He's losing all his money, but she's got enough.
Okay, this is where I have empathy for him also.
Yeah.
And this is what I will say to him. We're going to talk to him. But I understand, and I don't even know if he probably is aware now, but being in that environment,
Yeah.
it's a bunch of actual comedians, and then you are there as a friend or whatever, you feel a lot of pressure to try to fit in and be funny. Not just because, we all do this with one person, two people, but imagine doing that and 10 million people are going to watch this. So the pressure you must feel to try to be funny, I would feel it. I can't even imagine if I wasn't a comedian. You're just gonna say a thing that's a fun joke, and then everybody that seems to be judging, because when I defended him, I got maybe even more hate than when I defended you. Actually, no, I got more for you. But when I defended him, a lot of people, this is so disgusting, this is so vile, this is so obscene. You guys have no empathy for being in that position of peer pressure and whatever that you would feel in that moment. 10 million people are gonna see you in a comedy show. You gotta be funny.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like, I can't.
But you got to be funny. That's the point.
Yeah, so he's trying to be funny is my point.
But you should try before the show. Not on the show, no. See, what you're saying is correct. 10 million people are going to see me.
I'm sorry, Ranveer. I love you. We're not editing any of this out. We're not. I'm sorry.
But see,
I love comedy more.
10 million people are going to see you. You're not a comedian, there are 4 comedians there. First thing, do you really want to go? Second thing, do you really want to go unprepared?
How do you prepare for that show?
Just write a couple of jokes, I don't know.
You've never done it, right? So.
I was on that show, one of the episodes.
Did you write jokes for it? I'm not.
No, I did
grilling
write.
you, I'm curious.
I didn't write jokes for it, but I was like, yeah, I had some jokes which were like, I thought of, like when things were happening, I was like, now I can use this joke, now I can take that joke. But yeah.
So I've done Kill Tony, which is the show that
This is very good.
inspired India's Got
for sure.
Latent?
Latent, yeah.
Latent. Kill Tony. Tony is such a master.
Yeah.
I just need to have 2 or 3 funny moments at
Yeah.
most. For the most part, he's doing all the heavy lifting, and I don't want to get in the way. So that's why I would think for Ranveer, it was probably the same thing. Somebody's probably doing most of the heavy lifting.
But just
You
imagine Jay Shetty on that show.
Well, see, Jay Shetty to me is a big fraud. I really hate that guy.
Yeah, so I'm saying, now you put Jay Shetty there.
He's like the modern day Osho to me.
Yeah. Could be. Hope he gets some Rolls Royces.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, so if you put Jay Shetty in Kill Tony,
Yeah.
and then if he bombs,
Yeah.
and by saying something which is morally conflicting with the idea, so then people are going to be like, you're full of shit.
Okay, so you
Fuck
think
yeah.
because the stuff Ranveer talks about on his podcast, and I know him, he's a very spiritual guy, it wasn't congruent with what he did on Kill Tony.
Yeah.
Or India's Got Lazy. So, that's why people were offended.
Yeah. From respect your parents to do you want them to, you know?
Yeah.
So it's just.
I'm a nuanced person. I respect my mom so much.
Yeah, for sure.
My dad has fucked her.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like, how do I think I got here?
That's American
And
thinking.
I don't even like my dad that much, but he put it down a couple of times at least for me to be here.
More than maybe.
Yeah,
Statistically.
right? This is science.
For sure.
Yeah.
So in India, it's not viewed at like this. In India, your parents
I
never.
could feel the discomfort on this side of the room. It was crazy.
Yeah, our parents don't have sex.
Yeah.
They are just born.
I'm not saying mine do all the time, but it's happened. You know, it just has.
So if
I wish it would happen more.
If you have to be modern, then if your family has 2 kids, that means your parents had sex 2 times.
Y'all don't love your. I thought we loved our moms. You don't think your mom deserves some good dick? I'm the only Are we editing all of this out? What's going on here, guys? You don't even love your mothers. This is insane to me.
No,
This is horrifying to hear that a country doesn't care about their mataji enough to let her.
This won't fly with golden visa also.
No, I think they're okay with this, dude. They're out there shitting on women, like literally shitting on them. You know, I'm just saying. I want my mom to be sexually satisfied.
Before marriage.
Well, whenever. You know,
After marriage, no.
I'm not saying before marriage. I didn't do it. I mean, my wife is the only person I've had sex with, and her I. So we have done that, I think, in a proper way. I assume my mom is the same, arranged marriage and my dad. But now that she's married, I want her to be sexually satisfied, as I want my own wife to be sexually satisfied. I care about women. I'm a feminist. They deserve great dick. From men they're married to.
Yeah.
I feel like what I'm saying is morally
Correct.
sound. Correct.
For sure.
You guys, pieces of shit.
Yeah.
You don't even love your moms. What are you getting for Mother's Day? Not dick.
Mother's Day we don't celebrate here.
You don't celebrate Mother's Day? I thought Mother India. I feel lied to. What propaganda?
No, we don't celebrate Mother's Day as much. I don't remember wishing my mom on Mother's Day. If I did, she would think something's wrong with me. Like, what happened to you today?
Let me take this back on the tracks. This is a question I wanted to ask you.
Sure.
How do your parents feel about all of this? My mom doesn't even know who I'm talking to because I know she would tell me not to.
No, my parents, they're very kind.
But I mean, yeah, kind, but like there's a bravery involved in letting your son do this and knowing that it could come back on them. I'm not even trying to make fun of Ranveer. That's one of the things he was saying. His mom got threatened. My mom has gotten messages because of stuff I've said on stage. And this is a much bigger thing.
I think my parents are not on social media, so that helps.
Okay, that's good.
And more than that, I think they've been very kind. I think where my want or desire starts is probably where their advice ends. So they'll not advise me to not do what I desire, like moving here. It was a lot for them. But I was like, want to, okay, go for it. Quitting my job. I was not staying with them at that point. I was just staying little in another building very close by. But they were like, you really are sure you want to quit your job? You're 27 now. I was 26 actually. 26 now. Do you think it's the right decision? Sure, do it. So that way they've been very kind. And currently also they don't tell me to do. See, plus they won't tell me to comfort them in ways, and they won't tell me to like. So basically, like my father owns a chemist shop, right? COVID happened. Everybody in the family was of the view that he should not go to shop. Why should he not go to shop? Because he may get COVID, and you know he has a lot of health issues, and they may get aggregate. So now this is our fear. That's why we want to curb his independence. It's exactly what parents do to kids. Don't play out in the park, you'll get hurt. Yeah, I don't believe that's good. So he went to the shop and he got COVID. I took him to the hospital. I got COVID. This happened 3 times.
Okay.
Still, I didn't say he should not go to shop. Still, I said if he wants to go to shop, he should go to shop.
Wow.
So that way, I've also had this sort of thing with them where I don't keep pushing them for my comfort. No, go and do this test. Go and do that test. Go and see this doctor. Now, I am not doing that for their well-being. I'm doing that for my mental peace.
Yeah.
And with my parents, that arrangement has been very correct, that we both have immense mental peace and respect for each other if we keep this relationship independent. If we keep this relationship of love and independence instead of care and cages.
And
Yeah.
cages. Okay. Yeah, that's great.
So that way,
Have they said anything to you? Support?
yeah, yeah. I mean, the police goes to that house to give the notice.
And what do they say when they get a notice?
One time the guy went after 10:45, so my mom gave him a earful. And she offered tea also, so they're very weird that way.
Has your dad said anything to you? Because dads usually would be the ones to say like,
He said,
heart to heart, man to man.
don't apologize.
That's awesome. What did he say?
Don't
Why not?
apologize, you have not done anything that deserves an apology.
That's
So
awesome.
don't apologize. He said that to me on the day Habitat was breaking.
Wow.
And of course, take responsibility of Habitat.
Yeah.
So these are the two things he said.
That's great.
First, don't apologize. Second, take responsibility.
Yeah. So you have a good, and maybe this will be the last set of questions. You have a good relationship with your parents. What
Yeah.
about you and your own family? Because I know nothing about you having a love life.
Nah,
You're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
This would be a way to fill your time.
Yeah, no,
You can
like,
only
get
read so
into-
much Osho.
So what's your advice? Get into a relationship?
No, I'm curious. I am happily married, and I do think it's been great for me and my career and my life and perspective and all of that. But I'm not even saying what you should do. I'm asking. I'm just asking.
Yeah, nothing going on.
No relationship, no nothing.
Relationship.
Not pursuing anything.
Not pursuing. No
Why-
situationship.
No, yeah, why not? I'm not saying you have to. I'm just curious.
No. I mean, I have friends. I've met them along the way. But no, right now in my life, I don't feel I have the space to, have a relationship and.
Can I push back a little bit?
Yeah, please.
You're in a fucking farmhouse, 4 stories,
Yeah.
100,000 square feet. You have the space.
No,
for one
yeah,
other
the
person.
space I have. Yeah.
You have
That
the-
way.
you have the space.
Yeah. I have that way. I have the space for sure.
And mentally, you seem at peace. Emotionally, you seem at peace. So I'm not telling you what you should do, but I am pushing back.
Yeah, but for me, where I've struggled in relationships,
Huh.
I've not been able to prioritize humans differently. If I'm with you, my 3 hours, 4 hours, 8 hours, I won't check my phone. I'll be with you.
Yeah, that's a really noble
When
thing
I'm
I've
not
noticed.
with you, I'm not with you. So my thing with relationship has been that I have not been able to prioritize this person over my life, my politics. Like friends, like 2 years I don't talk to them,
And it's fine.
and that's fine. And
Yeah.
we meet, we spend 10 hours, 12
Yeah.
hours, talk, understand.
We had our first conversation like a month ago. We hadn't spoken in 8 years, and I remember feeling like it was so much love. It was like, oh, this is great.
Yeah, we would just pick it up from where you leave.
Yeah.
And it's very difficult to have that in a intimate relationship.
Yeah.
It's very difficult.
I remember so again, this is the first woman I was ever in a relationship with. We first started dating. I was doing a couple spots around the city, and I was really hungry. But my wife was visiting me. She lived in Philly, but she was visiting New York, and I was like, oh, I should go back home before I should wait to eat until I see her. And I remember that moment being like, holy shit, I have to consider another person in every single decision I have to make for the rest of my life. And it was a small thing, but I was like, if I marry this woman, every decision I make, I have to consider her. I need to text her as soon as I leave here before anybody else. So I say that to say you are right. And you do have a beautiful thing where you're in the moment with each person, and a relationship does take you out of that. Every single thing, I think especially as a man, you're considering this woman and making sure she feels good and taken care of and whatever.
And that's the least you should do also.
Yeah, she deserves it, and it's how you make it work. But
Absolutely.
to your point, it does kill this.
One thing is that, and second thing is that when you have a wife, a companion, when you have a kid, you have a biological progeny, these are things that make you human. When you are single, alone, you are unbeatable. You can go on a binge drinking rampage, enjoy yourself. Nobody gives a shit next morning.
I'm more fearful now. I'm more careful now. I used to have no real fear of risk.
That makes you really human.
It makes
So
you
which is
vulnerable,
good, Vulnerability is good.
It's good, I think, as an artist.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
for what you're fighting right now, maybe not.
Yeah, I want to believe that I'm not fighting, but yeah.
I mean, you're in the courts, whatever you're dealing
Yeah,
with,
yeah.
whatever's coming at you, another person would have to go through this with you.
Yeah, which is unfair.
Yeah. Have there been any girls that have been really supportive in this time, really there for you? Have you needed anybody, or have you felt pretty self-sufficient in this whole
I
thing?
feel pretty self-sufficient, and I always have had friends for like, I think I've always said this, that the best investment you make is in people. So I've had friends across advertising, my time in advertising, my school. I didn't go to college, but yeah. Comedy. So I've just had so many people always be there for me. So I'm very grateful, and I don't feel that void. It's not like I never feel it. Yeah, sometimes I do, but I feel what I have is far more better than what I could negotiate for.
That's beautiful. I don't think I have any other questions. Do you guys have any questions? I think this would be a nice way to end the episodes if I ask off cam. Anybody? I'm not going to say your names because these guys wanted. But okay.
Yeah, ask.
What's it that you look forward to every day?
What do you look forward to every day? It's a good question.
Fuck, actually, I don't have an answer to that. I don't look forward to.
You live in the present.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't look forward to anything.
Yeah. Because, and I don't take that as sad. I take that as you being in the present.
Yes.
Yeah.
Enjoy every moment.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, it really helps to. Lost a knack for birthdays also now.
Yeah, mine is tomorrow and I keep forgetting.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to be
Great
by
way
myself.
to spend
I'm
your
by
birthday.
myself flying to Bombay.
Bombay, yeah.
And I couldn't care less.
Yeah. So I
That's
don't know.
another thing. Women really care about their birthdays. It's the most annoying thing in the world.
You gotta care about.
Grow up.
Yeah, but it's one day a year.
Yeah,
Just look at it as 2 Women's Day in your life. One Women's Day and one Women's Birthday.
I didn't know International Women's Day was a thing. I feel like this is like, you know how they say Valentine's Day was just started by corporations? I feel like that's Women's Day and we're watching it happen right now. I'm not going to let my wife, I'm not going to care about that. I'm just never going to.
See, but 4 days, right, maximum. Your birthday, you have to be energetic because it's birthdays matter to her. Her birthday, then Women's Day, and when she becomes Mother's Day. So 4 days.
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day doesn't, after marriage, Valentine's Day is.
Oh.
There's still Valentine's Day.
Still Valentine's. At
That's
least for
5
us.
days.
Yeah.
5 days.
What is the other one, dude? Tell me, there's more.
Anniversary.
Anniversary. That was the one I'm forgetting.
But then there are other anniversary.
Christmas in America is culturally so
Huge,
big.
huge.
And then I'm an idiot and I'm trying to make her more Hindu. So Diwali now matters and I got to do a gift there. What a mistake that was. So there's 8-9 days a year. Every couple of months there's something. I got to be on it. And then you just got to make them feel special too. So it's like, it's really exhausting.
30 days a year you have to live for just your wife.
Yeah, probably 30.
Not
30.
a bad bargain.
Not the worst.
Not the, could be worse.
Could be worse, but I
know
mean, it's a
people
lot
who
of
are,
texting.
Yeah, no, I mean, still. I mean.
Yeah, man, I love you. I'm proud of you. Even I love that you're fighting for us, for comedy, for speech. Yeah, I admire you. And thank you, man. I flew here for you. This whole trip to India is really based on you.
Yeah.
I hope you know that. And
I think last time I felt so special was when I was in a relationship at the age of 25.
Well, I'm good at making people feel special. And if you probably haven't had sex for a while, and I want the same thing for you that I want for my own mom. Good dick. So if you're interested, I'll just call my wife, let her know that I'm cheating on her with another guy, and it's fine.
Oh my God, this is the most controversial I've ever been in my life.
Am I gonna get an FIR for this?
No. We'll
Just
make
because I want my mom to have sex after marriage? Big deal.
No. We'll make sure it's on me, the FIR.
Yeah.
I'll consolidate it.
Thank you. I love you, Amma.
Yes.
Happy Mother's Day next week.
This next week?
Next week.
It's never ending.